Hi, Aries. Welcome to Lightworks. This is your tarot reading for the week of September 1st. We'll do a 5-card spread and then we'll clarify. All right. Past. Okay, so in the past position we have the Hangman. So it looks like something was stagnant or stuck or not moving, or there was a need for a different perspective, a different view on things. We'll know more when we actually clarify. In the present situation, we have the King of Pentacles. So this could be a person in your life, male or female, that's very stable, very grounded, could be a little stubborn, but is, quite successful. This also could be you, you in the present, where you are kind of in, I guess, I would say, the person in control, the king of your kingdom kind of thing. And that's in the present. Now we'll do future. And the future is 8 of Wands. I don't actually read reversals. I just don't. I find that the messages that should come out do, so I don't worry about reading reversals. So we have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is fast-moving energy. So where something may have been stuck in the past, the present, you're feeling more in control, more grounded, more abundant, really. And you've kind of centered yourself, and now energy's moving fast. These are opportunities, and they're moving in quickly, and multiple. Okay, so we have future, multiple. This card, the 4th card, is what you don't see coming. So what you don't see coming is the 5 of Pentacles, which is really interesting because you have the King of Pentacles here. Pentacles are all about earth and potentially self-worth, abundance, monetary resources, really all kinds of resources. And what you don't see coming is there could potentially be worry about your resources. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's an issue. It could be, though, that you are worried about it. Or it may be you're feeling out in the cold for some reason, being shut out in some way, blocked from what you value, whether that's a person, a friend, actual resources. You could feel like you don't know where to belong. Yeah, so we'll clarify. And then the 5th card is really just advice from Spirit. Page of Cups. So pages are messengers, and cups is emotion and feeling. So it looks like Spirit is basically saying, keep your heart open. Don't worry about all of this. that, you know, you're plenty, you have more than enough. And don't worry, go within. You see, she's actually the person on this card, and I don't know whether you can see it. The person on this card, she is carrying a lantern, and a lantern is really, you know, kind of an analogy for the light, seeing the light, light leading you the way, leading the way. So these two cards really are saying, you know, listen to your heart and go within. You know, your heart will lead the way. So let's clarify. We're clarifying with the Eight of Coins Tattoo Tarot, and let's clarify. Okay. All right, so clarifying the Hangman, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's very interesting because, and this is in the past. So the Ten of Swords. Interesting. So the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords is really kind of, you know, this is as bad as it's going to get. It's usually at the end of a cycle, right? Tens are the end of a cycle. Swords are mental, right? So they're truth, communications, mental activity, usually pretty fast moving. And so the Ten of Swords, there was some pain and heartache here for sure. No doubt that there has been real pain. And in fact, two tens, interesting. So in the past position, we had the Hangman. The Ten of Swords is pain. It's a painful ending. It could have been betrayal. It could have been, it could have been betrayal. It could have been helplessness. It could have been, you know, really, you know, bad news that really rocked your world, which kind of put you into this kind of, stuck place. And also clarifying, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune at 10, it's a positive card. And essentially, it's reminding you that, you know, there's cycles. And this is an ending, and things will move. Things will, your fortunes will change, right? So this is a great reminder that your fortunes will change, that this is an ending, and a new beginning is just around the corner. And this is in the past. So obviously, this Wheel of Fortune, you know, definitely turned in a more positive light. And you started to really know your worth. With that Ten of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles. So let's see. Let's clarify those Ten of Pentacles. Or why do I keep saying 10? King of Pentacles. So that King of Pentacles is in your present. And you got the Knight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Moon. Interesting. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, you can see this is one of my favorite cards actually. So Aries, this is the Knight of Wands. She's ready to do battle. She's standing at the ready. So for some reason you feel, let's say, invigorated, that you're ready almost to defend yourself is what I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm getting that something happened here in the past, something that was very painful, um, very painful. You basically then decided, okay, I am gonna stop this nonsense, or I am, moving forward, and I'm not gonna let this get to me. But you did feel like you were ready for battle, that you were like, okay, bring it. And then we have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is heartbreak. And then with the moon as well. So there might be something as far as you not, when we heal, it's not a linear journey, right? When we heal, when we have heartbreak, it hurts. Some days are better than others. I kind of get the feeling that this is kind of reminiscent of this battle. It feels to me like you've been hurting a bit, right? Because the Three of Swords is heartbreak. And having the moon, which is a major arcana card as well. The moon is, this could refer to, the eclipse coming up, within the week. It could be that for whatever reason, you're, okay, I'm just gonna like bring it all out. So what it feels like is, it feels like there's been some heartache. There's been some betrayal or something. You're in the process of healing. You've gathered up enough strength to kind of get stable in the present. And you're kind of, okay, this is done. Now I need to move forward. This forward moving energy of the Knight of Wands, it's fast. You're ready to defend yourself if needed. It looks like you may have had to defend yourself, or something is not going the way you wanted it to, because there's still heartache. And you may not see exactly with the moon what's really happening. Maybe there was something hidden, some heartbreak. It can be really emotional. So I would really ground yourself during this eclipse on the 7th. We have an eclipse on the 7th of September in Pisces. So there may be one more shoe to drop kind of thing, or it could be that you're still feeling, this pain, and you're maybe still reeling from what has happened in the past. Because it's a general reading, I can't really get into it. When I do readings, I typically look at the astrology chart, your astrological chart and the transits, as well as we pull cards. And I can get a very kind of really clear picture, because I can tell what area of life this is for you. So because this is a general reading, I really can't do that at the moment. But if this resonates, then you might want to take another look with a personal reading. In any case, it feels like you're still reeling from, what's happened in the past. And maybe this eclipses are about releasing things. So, maybe there is another conversation that happens that you're able then to finally release things. Maybe that conversation is around the eclipse in Pisces on September 7th. And really, the advice here is stay stable, stay secure. Know that, you're in command of your own kingdom, right? And that you can meet any challenge. You can meet any challenge, Aries, squarely, head on, just like a fabulous Aries that you are. So I think, well, that's where we are with that. So this is the future. The future, the Eight of Wands, is lots of opportunity. So let's take a look at what those opportunities are. And that's in the future position. My goodness, Aries. Okay. So, the Eight of Wands in the future position is being clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there is something here where there's definite worry, there is definite concern. There is also healing, though. So this Eight of Wands is an opportunity. There are some opportunities coming for you. And again, I don't know what area of your life, but it could be because of the Pentacles I have, because we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Four of Pentacles. It could be resources, it could be monetary. And so the Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. So it could be maybe some, you're either carrying the baggage with you of, what has happened, or, yeah, because the 10, this is an end of a cycle. It's interesting that we have almost every 10. We're only missing the 10 of Cups. You have the 10 of Swords, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. So the 10 of Wands is laying down a burden. So that is laying down a burden. It's the end of a cycle. It's too heavy. It's weighing you down. So whatever has happened in the past and this, uncertainty, you have to put down, because you're going into calmer waters. You're going to the light. So the Six of Swords is typically a healing card. You're not completely healed. You're not. You're on your way, but you are moving into calmer shores. And faith, hope, that kind. All of that. It's going to lead you into calmer waters. The Four of Pentacles. So this is about not getting, you're not to the other shore yet. And this is, you still feeling that bit of lack, right? Or holding on too tightly to, kind of what you've got. So because, the Six of Swords is here, I think you're healing from it. But, it's going to take a minute. So what you didn't see coming was the Five of Pentacles, and that is that worry and feeling shut out or left out in the cold, that kind of thing. But we went from the Four of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. So, there is progress and forward movement. But this is, not being able to see things as clearly. And this is about, letting that lantern light your way, right? Because you may have had some confusion with the moon here in the present. So here we have, lovely. Okay. It's nice to see this. So clarifying the Five of Pentacles. I felt that. It feels like this is your worry. It's not, I don't think you are left out. I don't think you have been left out in the cold. I think this is your perception of it. Because it's clarified, right? The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is a woman who's nurturing. And it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be a man. And it doesn't even have to be, representative of a person. It's an energy, though. And it is an energy of emotion, but she's nurturing. The Queen of Cups is nurturing. She has balance to her emotions, much like the King, right? That they are wise and they don't let their emotions get the best of them. That's really the Queen of Cups. She's nurturing. She's full of love, and she sees things, right? She goes within. As you notice, you'll see in this deck, she's got a necklace which has an intuitive eye. So, she listens to her heart and her intuition, and she sees things clearly, and she doesn't dismiss what's in her heart. So, all of this, and then this Page of Cups is, advice from Spirit. And I said earlier that it is about listening to your heart. It is about, listening to your intuition, that is the way through. It's not, things aren't as bad as they seem. You will end up healing. You will, the Knight of Pentacles, it's a slower night. The energy is a little slower than, let's say, the Knight of Wands, let's say. But it's stable. It could be counted on. It's assured. So it looks like your resources are coming in, that you do have opportunities for those resources. And there is something about, looking inside, keeping your heart open with some of this past heartbreak, and realizing that there is a cycle, right? And that the wheel of fortune will turn. And that sometimes not everything is known, right? But will be revealed. I think I think this eclipse in Pisces on September 7th is particularly important for you. For whatever reason, I think you're going to be able to, the eclipse, they say eclipses can, they're endings, right? People, things, beliefs, things that no longer serve you can be eclipsed from your life. Literally eclipsed, taken out. And to make room for a new beginning. Because where there's an end, there's always a new beginning. And ancient astrologers believed that the eclipse was an opportunity to course correct, so that anywhere where we veered off our path, the eclipse and that rush of energy would come in and basically course correct us and set us on a new path. I think that that's going to be happening with you for this eclipse in Pisces on the 7th. I think that there has been some stagnancy. I think you felt stuck per se. I'm not sure what's happened, but there has been pain. 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and a burden. There's been a burden with the 10 of Wands. But, you know, the wheel is turning. You may not have seen everything clearly. You may have felt that loss, whatever that was. But it looks like there are new opportunities. There are new opportunities for additional resources, for support, because obviously the Queen of Cups, that's emotional support. That's nurturing. That is listening to your intuition. So let's clarify from Spirit what the message is here from Spirit, the advice from Spirit. I would definitely make sure you're grounded, self-care, particularly on the around the eclipse, because I think, well, my goodness, worry. Yeah, Spirit's saying don't worry. One more. Okay, yeah. Spirit's amazing. Okay, so in the advice from Spirit, we had the Page of Cups. So reach out for support if you need it. Ask your guides and angels to assist you and to give you strength as you move forward. This is also about, messages of love. So this is coming from Spirit, which is lovely, which is, the message of love for you. And clarifying that, we have the 9 of Swords. This is about worry. This is about mental anxiety. This is you being worried. Spirit is saying it's not necessary because it's clarified, right? The Page of Cups is clarified by the the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. So this is exactly what I was it's exactly what I was saying. There's no need to worry. Spirit has your back. You are stronger than you think. The truth will come out, right? You will see the truth. You'll get the ideas where things were hidden before, right? Where things were kind of hidden, and now we have clarity. We have coming to the truth. This is bright ideas. This is, inspiration. This is good news, a new beginning. And we also have the major arcana of the High Priestess. So I would recommend going within, listening to your inner light, listening to the messages of love from your spirit guides, from your angels, and going within. This is the High Priestess. She is calm in a storm because she knows that this too shall pass, that I would absolutely ground during this week. Take time, to, you know, take self-care, and I would meditate. If you don't meditate, I would go out into nature. I would have my feet firmly on the ground. I would take some big old deep breaths and know that good things are on their way. Because, you know, all will be revealed. You will, whatever has caused any kind of confusion or pain, this Ace of Swords, your intuition, messages of love from Spirit saying, hey, we're here. Stop the worrying. Ground yourself and take care of yourself. And all is going to be well. So I think that there are absolute changes coming. I think Spirit is helping you. And I think you're going to get the clarity that you need this week. So let's pull an angel guidance card for you. Fresh air. Like I just said, your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Yep. So Spirit is saying all is well. You need to ground yourself. And by grounding yourself, get out into nature, fresh air, if you're not going to meditate, that kind of thing, and you will feel so much better. I wish you the best for this week. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope that everything that you need is there for you, and everything that you need to see with this eclipse, any changes that come about as the eclipse are just wonderful. They're heartfelt, and that they help you. So have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.